It's interesting. As a victim of organised stalking, I chanced across another victim based up in the Midlands somewhere, I believe, that they're located, and they report identical harassment to myself. They're very educated in the sense that they know that there is a network or a cult, as they describe them being, of corrupt police officers, and that includes, also first responders, NHS staff, businesses, a whole lot of people that are involved in this. They report the same tactics. And what I also notice is the fact that they're labelled as delusional, psychotic, crazy by those that stalk and harass them. It's very interesting. This is what they like to do. The comments are quite extraordinary. And this is going on more often than not. I have had a week of this with their vehicles, and also with children being, it's not the children's fault. They're coerced into doing it by the parents. And as this other victim describes them, he says that that the children do the adults' dirty work. And I'd agree with that. It's quite troubling when kids are sent round to scream outside in the street outside of the house. Normal children playing doesn't sound like this. Children playing, will be happy, they'll be laughing, occasional screech, that's fair enough, but when it's constant, it is constant, you have to ask yourself why. And normally what I find is that they'll come round and stand outside and just scream or shout and stand there, because kids are very honest, and they'll look towards the house and look for me to come and sort of come to the window, and they're told to do this. And I'm reminded of one particular incident whereby there was a trio, and it was a mother, and I say mother in the loosest sense of the word. I wouldn't call her mother, but she had two small children. One little child screamed outside whilst looking in the window. And I got my camera just to film, phone just to film the noise. I wasn't going to film the children because I'm reminded that, oh, you can't do that. No, okay, so we'll just record the noise. And lo and behold, who should come past but a Wiltshire police car? Just happened to be there. And what was interesting was that they seemed to be going very, very slowly. They're obviously waiting for something to happen. Now, so this is being done in the hope that I will come out and do something, lash out, get very aggressive, something to be arrested for. Well, what I did was I turned my phone on to Wiltshire Police, and I filmed them. And what was quite interesting, they didn't dare stop, but the officer in the passenger side of the car put her hand over her face as to cover her forehead, so you couldn't see her face. Very, very telling. And I believe that people are being told that people like myself are dangerous, violent. Well, if we were that violent, why would you put your kids at risk? Why would you send them round to somebody's house to scream, chuck things at the window, do whatever you want to do? Why would you do that? The truth of the matter is that we're not violent or dangerous. We're simply the victims of smear campaigns and also ridicule and ridiculous rubbish like this that goes on. But it's quite frightening to think that kids are being used to do the dirty work of these organised stalkers. Little children, as young as 2 or 3, are embroiled in this. And I feel so sorry because this other victim reports the same tactics. These cars, appearing outside the property, making nuisance of themselves, and that's not all. It gets a whole lot worse than that. But I think it's high time that these children were just left alone to be children. You should stop using them. And Wiltshire Police, you are never going to get a conviction out of me for hitting any child or any adult. So you're wasting your time. And they're about to stop my recording. Interesting, isn't it?